Well, Ty, here we find ourselves back for yet another Moto-Mecca
Monday.
And what are we talking about today?
Well, we just finished talking about, last week, our ride prep.
Right, so part one.
Mm-hmm. This
And
is part two.
part two.
And this is the ride itself.
Yeah, and where did we go again? Remind our viewers.
Lost Wages.
Lost Wages. With trips to Las Vegas and maybe to a gun range and a big hole in the ground while we were there. So overall, TY, did you have a good time on the trip?
Well, I made it back in one piece.
You did make it back in one piece.
That's a good start.
That is a good start. All your fingers, all your toes.
But yes, we crossed many things off the bucket list. We had a great time.
Yeah, that is a super way to start the ride season, is a nice warm, but not too warm, or cool, but not too cool ride through Oregon and through Nevada. It's just absolutely beautiful. We had a really great time. So we would give this ride 2 Moto-Mecca monkey thumbs up. We will be posting in the comments below our ride route. So if anybody wants to take the same roads that we did, highlighting the pieces of pavement that we thought were really particularly awesome, check those out in the links below. Ty, what are we looking at here?
I believe this is Walker Lake.
Walker Lake in Nevada. And what did we like about this piece of pavement?
The fact that I was finally drying out.
Right.
After our previous wet water willy ride to Idaho.
Yeah, our wet and wild Idaho adventure. Just, I mean, it's as beautiful as it looks. Smooth pavement, dry air. It was cool. It was not too hot. It was not too cold. Visibility was amazing. Right amount of traffic.
Yes, 2 bikes.
Just absolutely beautiful. So this is northwestern Nevada for a late spring, early summer ride. Hard to beat. Tons of wonderful pavement and just plenty of beautiful things to see. So this is us getting into, I believe this is us getting into Reno.
Yes, with a malfunctioning clutch.
With a malfunctioning clutch, which we will revisit shortly. Indeed.
All the traffic that we were trying to avoid,
yep.
And here we are right in the middle of it. Can't always get around it.
Can't always get around it. And here we are looking at, what model of truck is that, Ty? Do you remember?
Yes, that's the fast model.
The fast model, the Super Snake. Mm-hmm. Carroll Shelby's finest work. So we did not even know that Shelby American was in Las Vegas. What a shame. And serendipitously, we just happened to stumble upon it and got lucky enough that we were there for a Saturday morning Cars and Coffee, where some really cool motorheads, like your friends here at Moto-Mecca Garage, were showing off what was under the hood. Just some amazing cars, right? Large Detroit muscle with a little spicy Texas flair in the form of the Carroll Shelby overhaul. If you're going to get a fast Mustang with a warranty that you could daily drive, this is the place to find one of those.
Yeah, and I don't think they were short on orders either. It looked like they had them backed out the door.
Yeah.
I'm sure the waiting list is quite long.
Indeed. And then there's always one in every crowd, right?
Of course.
The Porsche Taycan. So there's always someone got to come in here with their battery-operated vehicles and flex their all the torque all of the time muscle on everyone.
Well, you know why they call it the Taycan?
Right.
Because they're taking your money.
Because they're taking your money. That's exactly right. But we don't like those because they don't make enough noise.
Nope.
But these Shelby Cobras, they make the right noise.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they're not going to sneak up on anybody.
No.
Those things are loud even when they're turned off. Yeah.
I'd say these guys are probably trying to repave the road.
Oh yeah. Indeed.
With rubber instead of asphalt.
And we had the people with the Taycan there. We had someone with their tricked out VW Bug.
Oh, the VW. That's what I'm trying to get off my windshield.
Right, exactly.
Bugs.
Well, I could believe that one of those could get stuck on the windshield of that Super Snake pretty quick. See, I thought going to Shelby American I would become enamored with the Shelbys, and of course I've been a fan of the Shelby Cobra forever, the traditional 427 Cobra. But that Super Snake truck,
Yeah, it gets out of its way.
with towing capacity.
Sure, why not?
Go to fastest guy in the Home Depot parking lot with that bad boy. And then we went inside and checked out some of their museum pieces. I mean, how do you even pick which one you like the best?
The one I got my foot in.
The one he's got his foot in. So whichever one they're willing to give TY the keys for is the right car. I mean, the supercharger, I mean, my goodness gracious. You know, they take a car stock that's might be making in the 400 something horsepower, no slouch, into 650, 700 plus horsepower. Redo the aerodynamics so the car is more stable at speed. They try to get lots of air, flowing over that car, under that car, and through the engine. So you can get these things up to speed and track them and they behave properly. So we learned there's a lot more to the Cobra than just upgrading the power plant. But, our guy from Texas, Mr. Carroll Shelby, knew how to build a race car. What was it he said in the movie? My name's Carroll Shelby.
And I build race cars.
And I build race cars. That's beautiful. I mean, that's as beautiful as anything I've heard, probably scripture. That's absolutely, absolutely beautiful. And he makes a really good chili seasoning. So if you guys like chili, you have to order it online. We can't get it in the Pac Northwest, but it's fantastic. But yeah, look at these cars. So lightweight European bodies with heavy-duty, large displacement American muscle power under the covers. And Europe could not handle the power-to-weight ratio of these cars and how aerodynamic they were and how well-planted they were. All the years that he spent racing cars himself, and of course, winner of Le Mans, right? He's no slouch. I mean, I own an Italian car, several Italian bikes, and we love them, but there was just something about that Ford versus Ferrari movie where he took the Italians to task. I'm gonna choke up. We're gonna have to move on before one of us starts crying. So Ty, here we are looking at a garage, not unlike the Moto-Mecca garage, a little bigger.
A little bit.
As a garage owner, what did you think of Carroll Shelby's garage?
It was proper.
It's proper.
Definitely.
Yeah. Lots of lifts, all of the tools, and they're taking cars and adding tremendous amounts of additional torque and horsepower. So it's checking all the boxes of what you would look for in a garage.
True.
Adult tools, adult engines.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just all of the things. Watching the progress of a standard Mustang or truck becoming, getting the fitment and the makeover, really something else. Now, this looks like your kind of furniture.
Well, this is what you do with the leftover parts.
This is what you do with the leftover parts. The fastest coffee table in the southwestern part of the United States, I think we saw at the Shelby Museum.
It's the Mocha Monster.
The Mocha Monster. We got to get one of these.
Well, that's not a problem.
That's not a problem. Yeah, it's just amazing what they're able to do with these cars, and warrantyable with support, properly mannered. But you put your foot in one of these bad boys.
Oh, you're gonna know it.
You're gonna know it. That snake bites.
Mm-hmm.
There is no. Mr. Shelby made sure of that. Indeed. Oh, and what do we have here? It looks like our very own TY Smooth is doing a little parking lot maintenance. What are we doing here?
Oh, yes, the clutch.
The clutch.
So
why are we doing this?
Again, we get an air bubble in there,
Yep.
coming over the pass, heading into Reno, changing temperatures, blah, 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 and the clutch stops working again.
Hydraulic clutch.
Yep,
Something got in the line.
Yep.
That didn't belong there. Air, water, both.
whatever. Years past, we took care of it with the Oberon replacement because Ducati's clutch is
Their
terrible.
stock, yeah,
It's just awful. So
Yeah.
we thought we had that handled, and it reared its head again. And I think that it was only about 15 minutes worth or so.
Right.
Purged the bubble out, and we were back to
Yeah.
back
quick
to good.
fix.
Yep, and haven't had a problem
Yeah.
since.
Annoying, but a quick fix. All right. We also did a ride through Winnemucca. If the good people of Winnemucca are watching, there was an N missing from your sign.
I don't think they won the spelling bee.
They did not win the spelling bee in Winnemucca. And here we are in kind of rural northwestern Nevada, not far from Oregon. Again, this is a great place to see how fast your motorcycle will go. We will not say to what level we speed
I
tested
can
the
neither
bikes.
confirm nor
Can't
deny.
confirm or deny, but it was a positive integer greater than 80 miles per hour, let's say.
Maybe.
And we can attest to the fact that those BMWs and those Ducatis, we think, are making all of the rated horsepower they say they are.
I'm not going to argue that.
If they didn't, they certainly acted like they did. Again, the right amount of traffic.
Yes, none.
And the right weather and the right views. So just, again, a beautiful, beautiful place to be at the late spring. And here's TY. This looks like Guano Point.
It is Guano Point.
You can tell us where we are here?
This is right next to a very large ditch.
Very large ditch.
Possibly,
maybe the largest ditch.
Possibly the largest.
Yeah, they go on and on about how big it is. So what large ditch are we looking at?
This would be the Grand Canyon.
Grand it was indeed.
And it was gorgeous.
It was absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, so here we are on Native American land. We did the walk out onto that clear horseshoe walk path, but you're not allowed to take, cameras and stuff out there, so, we didn't get any footage of that, but that was really cool. And what's cooler than seeing the Grand Canyon, TY?
Being in the Grand Canyon?
Being in the Grand Canyon. So what are we looking at here? That's not an airplane, is it? And it's certainly not a motorcycle.
Nay, nay.
Nay, nay.
This is the proper way to get to the bottom of the Grand Canyon.
Right, the VIP direct express route via our great friends at Papillon Tours that gave us this wonderful helicopter ride into the Grand Canyon. So Ty, what were your thoughts on the helicopter ride? Worth the trip?
Yes, it was almost like flying through a painting.
Yeah, this is just footage that we took from a phone from inside the helicopter, and it's unretouched, no post-production work here. It's absolutely breathtaking. We'd been to the Grand Canyon before, right, in the national park, and you can see the edge, and
sure,
I guess you can take trips where you walk to the bottom, or they do like a mule pack thing or whatever, but you can't take a helicopter to the bottom. But you can here. And
yes.
Why is that the case here, the West Rim?
Well, this is Native American owned, so they set the rules a little differently than the National Park Service does.
Indeed. They have the better rules.
Yes.
And those rules say you can fly a helicopter down to the Colorado River if you like. And we knew it would be cool, and it was cooler than I think we even anticipated it to be.
Both figuratively and literally.
Figuratively and literally. It was a really warm day, but it was nice and cool on the water. Because we got to take a boat ride as well. So it was a plane ride from the Vegas area to the West Slope, and then a helicopter ride down to the river, a trip down the river, then a helicopter back out, and then we got to tour around and see a lot of the tribal land, and it was really quite something else. Absolutely worth the trip.
I'd do it again.
I would absolutely do it again. Once we got off the helicopter, I was like, well, let's go again. Let's do it one more time. And there he is, TY's happy helicopter face.
In my element.
He's in his element. So these are the helicopters that we rode in. Super comfortable, great views. I mean, really, the proper. You said it was missing an espresso machine inside. That was your only room for improvement
well,
comment card.
you can't have everything. But they can fly you to a espresso machine.
They could have flown us very easily to a Starbucks. That would have been very easy. So here we are in Hawthorne, Nevada. And what is special about Hawthorne, Nevada? What do they keep, I would say hidden, but it's not really hidden.
It was not hidden.
No.
There was some big bang bang there.
Big bang bang. So this is the United States Army's, as we understand it, largest ordnance facility. So this is where they keep the bullets, and we assume the missiles, and I don't know what all they have there.
All the things we want to play with.
All the things we want to play with, just bunker after bunker after bunker of munitions.
Ready? 50!
This is us leaving the Grand Canyon, the West Rim. So again, we flew to the Grand Canyon in a plane, did the helicopter trip, the boat, the tour back up, and then flew in the caravan back to Boulder City, which is right near Las Vegas. There's Guano Point. You know, I thought we had seen the prettiest parts of the Grand Canyon when we had been to the northern slope, but I think we found the western to be even more beautiful.
Yes, this was nice. The weather was perfect. where there were very little crowds. You know, we just timed it perfectly.
Got to see Lake Mead, got to fly over the Hoover Dam. Again, these pictures, if it looks like they're painted in the sky, that's exactly what it looked like in person. As you just look up and it looks like somebody did a movie matte painting. Absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. Nature just on steroids, right? Cranked all the way up to 11. So, again, if you have an opportunity to take the Papillon helicopter tour, they could not have been nicer. Everything was executed flawlessly, nice people. Just a wonderful way to experience the Grand Canyon when you're in Las Vegas. So, would absolutely do that again. So that was a little abbreviated summary of some of the really interesting places that we went and cool stuff that we saw on our trip from the greater Seattle area down to Las Vegas. Ty, would you do this ride again?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it in the middle of the summer.
Goodness no. So yeah, let's make that painfully clear to people. Not a ride you want to do in the summer unless you like it really, 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 really hot. But end of May, beginning of June, temperatures are cooler.
It was perfect.
Perfect way to get away from the doldrums, the dreary Pacific Northwest weather. What's coming up in our next video? So part 3, we made it down to Vegas. What's part 3 about?
Well, we're sitting here, so we must have made it back.
We did.
So I think we should talk about the way up.
Yes, so we took the longer way down, with apologies to Ewan McGregor and crew, and then we took the maybe slightly longer way back up. So look forward to that video dropping next Moto-Mecca.
Monday.
So we appreciate your support. We know you have a lot of choices of where you can spend your time on the internet, so thanks for spending a few minutes with us. Really like this video, smash the like button. If you really, really, really like this video and want to see more, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so when we drop new videos, you will be notified of that. Thanks again for your time, and we look forward to seeing you on our next Moto-Mecca.
Monday.
Have a great day.
Thanks for watching.